My GTA chums, the servers were down on PC for quite a while, but we finally managed to buy the Volatol. We're going to get the Bogatron as well to review that and get as many reviews as we can in this limited time period over the weekend. Thank you very much, Rockstar, for ruining my GTA Friday. Anyway, so here is the Volatile. It takes up about four aircraft spaces. I had to pitch a load of my aircrafts into storage just to fill the space. As you can see, it's an Avro Vulcan, the British bomber, famous for the historic bombs it dropped during the Argentine conflict in the Falklands. So armor upgrade, we need that to the max. Let me give you a tip. It's not going to last long in a firefight. So we're not even going to bother with chaff, etc. because it's not going to make a damn bit of difference. Engine level 4, of course, we're going to speed it up as much as possible. I don't get why engine level 4 is even there. It just came with one set of engines. Bomb-wise, we're going to need these. So we're going to pick the explosive, the standard bombs. They're best for just hitting individual targets. The cluster bombs are more for people, I think. But one of those two. What else do we want? So I want to choose the Livia REs, and we're going to try and make it true to the original Vulcan bomber, which means we can either paint it plain white. So we'd choose that Livia RE just with the RAF dot bullseyes on the wings. Or we can choose this camouflage livery. Where is it? There it is. That's not the one. The woodland, isn't it? Because if you look on the top right, that's the Vulcan bomber that we're trying to replicate. So this is the Semper Fi is the nearest we have to it. So that is the one, isn't it? It's okay. We're going to do that, I think, because it's got the kind of woodland kind of camo on it. It's not quite there. It's got the grey in it, so let's go and change the colours, shall we? So primary will change the background colour, which because it's grey there, we probably need to change it to a green. So yeah, if you remember, it's that kind of dark kind of green, a chalky green. Actually, what am I in there? So actually, we want to get matte colours. Let's sort that out. Yeah. So trying to figure out this green is most of this video. So green is nearly it, but it's too pale. Forest green is darker, that's probably the one. I don't think there's any others that will do it justice. Forest green it is. Okay, so we have the secondary colour. What was that? That just colours the intakes, is it? And the wingtips. Alright, so red is good, that's crazy, but that's not really what it was. So I should really pick grey to make it blend in, but I want to choose something a bit different. So what are we going to pick on this? Grey, black. Yeah, black. Who's going to notice? Right. So I think we're there now, aren't we? So here she is on the runway. She's going to take up quite a bit of runway on takeoff, I imagine. So it's night, unfortunately. Pressed for time, so I'm going to have to crack this on. And we have liftoff. Let's watch the wheels go in, gears up, lovely jubbly. First off, it's got very stable flight profile, so you are not going to have any problems flying this. Even get a barrel roll off there, very stable barrel roll. Compared to that plane the other week, which I just couldn't barrel roll whatsoever. It's very nice to fly, but it's also very slow. Barrel roll the other way, very nice. There's a few people in this session. We've got a full session, and we're going to see if anyone's going to shoot us down. We have a €7,000 bounty on our head, so that's going to invite people to attack us. Opening the bomb bay doors, so press E to open the doors, and then spacebar to drop a bomb. People reported problems with this to do with having countermeasures on, so that's kind of why I didn't put countermeasures on as well. So if you're having problems, you're probably best Googling it, because I've not had time to check that particular problem out, if it still exists. We drop 5 bombs at a time for blanket bombing. So there we have it. We can also change the bomb camera to look down. Yeah, to me, I found it difficult because of you need to bomb from height. I think most of the time, because getting in close, especially in the city, was very difficult. And not so I'm talking in the past tense. Yes, my audio failed while I was doing this video, so I'm talking as if it's real. Yeah, let's pretend it's real. There's the bomb camera. Very nice. We have a complement of 100 bombs, the most bombs of any vehicle I think in the game. It's one of the biggest planes in the game. But you have that Russian one as well, the Alkonost, I remember the name this time, which is the Tupolev T-160, the White Swan. And I'm going to be honest, I think that's the better plane. I think it flies faster and it has a stealth mode. It is a big plane just like this, but I really need to do a proper flight test on it to directly compare. But from my first thoughts on this, I think the Elkonos is going to be the one to buy for flying purposes of flying a big plane. Trying to bomb these guys to motivate them to get on the Oppressor Mark II and blow me out of the sky. There's an Oppressor Mark II following me right now. Can't see him because he's a wasp. Most likely he, mostly males who drive those things and have that irate sense of humour. I mean, not mostly males who drive them, but mostly males that drive them in a way that really annoys everybody in the session, as in go and blow people up, be childish, that kind of thing. I would assume most females don't drive like that, but I imagine there may be one or two. But my money's on it being a teenage male following me. But for some reason they're not locking on with their missiles. So that is the attack mode. We have a bomb. We also have a couple of turrets, top and bottom, and you get a good rotation on those. I tried to get in the turrets one player, but I'm not sure if you can. I've probably just got the wrong button. And what the hell is that? Is that seriously an Oppressor Mark II with a gun on it? How many times have I said this? I've not done the Oppressor Mark II review, but because it's not been on offer for a while. But basically, if you have the guns on it, it is entirely pointless as an offensive weapon. You need to have the missiles, lock on, fire and forget, never miss missiles, and they would blow these things up like a dream. We got another Oppressor Mark II follow me, a blue one, so hopefully they will lock on. There we go, 1, 2, 3. That was 3 by Vindel, he got his bounty of 7,000. The other guy on the Oppressor Mark II did not get that bounty because it had a gun on it. Idiots, absolutely. Right, we've changed the camo to a digital camo, which is entirely wrong as well, because the other camo, which I didn't realise, had a USA flag on it. It's a British plane, it's not a US plane, you idiots, Rockstar. So basically I could not make the historically accurate representation of the Vulcan bomber. So we're going to try and land at this the shortest airstrip possible, dusty airstrip with lots of obstacles, and see how we do. In first person mode it's liable to blow up, but because of the huge size of it, it may be difficult. Okay, we've put our air brakes on at this point, and we've got the gear down, of course, and we've landed it. Looking on the inside of the aircraft, you can see it's got a good kind of bomber look to it. It's not representative whatsoever of the Vulcan bomber. They've not got that cockpit view. So again, another reason why it's not historically accurate. So looking at the outside, there's a digital camo. It's got camo on the bottom as well, which the original planes did not have. And they had a woodland camo on the top, as I set up originally, but they did not have USA flags on because the USA completely disagreed with the bombing of the Falklands during the Argentine War. Funny enough, the USA, despite us being their biggest supporters in the world, did not support us during the Argentine conflict, which shouldn't have happened in the first place. It's questionable over whether the UK should have invaded and retaken the islands back, but of course, if you invade another country, then don't be expected if the other country fights back and defends its territory, and that's what it was all about. There's a lot of nuances of the Argentine War. I'm sorry it happened for the Argentinians and for ourselves. It shouldn't have happened, but then again, there shouldn't have been invasion in the first place. I think that. But the thing is about the Argentine War is it was the longest bombing raid in history, and I think it still is. Maybe the B-2 took that crown, I'm not sure. But it involved a lot of Vickers refuels on the way. We had a fleet of around, I think it was 29 refueling aircraft just to get the bombers. I think it was 2 bombers originally, and just so that they could bomb the airfield. One of them made it there. I think the other one got confused. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it ditched, I don't remember. But they made it and they did the bombing and they made it back as well. So for that reason, you might want to buy the aircraft, but just don't be surprised if you can't make it historically accurate to one that was involved in the Argentine conflict. Um, so if you really want the biggest GTA plane, then this might be one to consider, but it is very slow and it's very easy to blow up, as I've shown. And I would recommend the Alkonost as being a better plane because it's got stealth mode as well, and it's probably more representative of of the plane it's based on, the Tupolev 160, the White Swan. So, if you found that useful, do drop a like and a subscribe, and give me your comments on it. What do you think of the plane? What's the tightest spot you've landed this plane in on the GTA map? I'd really want to know about that. But overall, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day if you are managing to log into GTA, lucky chums.